Well, this is it, the next day. There's the weather vane. It's on top of the kids' climbing pole, so I'm going to steal it. And we're going to go over to the chicken coop. And if you've got a chicken coop, you need to have a turret on it. So that's what we're doing here. You can't see through there, but right there, I just made half rounds of treated pine. 3 discs there, half discs. And I just attached them to the outside of the chicken coop. I'm just going to climb up here. Here I've just made circles, full circles, and I've just made 2 of them. And I attached them, I had the timber, you can see the half rounds down inside there. And we'll come back to that later. But what I'm doing now, I was going to make a little tin dome for it, but I think the tin is too small, so I'm just going to cut some pieces off and make a square.
Leave that there, Caius. Leave it there. What you wanted, yeah?
Yeah, that's about what I want. And there's my chicken coop turret. There it is. The soaring eagle over the chicken coop. Oh well. Worse things have happened. Anyway, there she be. Rub down. Well, that's what it looks like from a distance. So I'm going to put some wire mesh on here. And it's pretty flimsy. This is just a really light gauge. Like it looks like 1 mil. Maybe it's a bit more, but it's pretty light gauge. Second hand, of course. This is coarse river sand, which I had laying around, so I'm just going to use it up. So I think that's about a 6-to-1 ratio, maybe a little bit richer than that, but I don't mind a little bit stronger. So what you do is you just, with a hoe, you can just cut through it. So you just cut right through the sand, through the cement. With this mortar box, you can just mix way more than you can do in a wheelbarrow. Much better way to go. Yeah, just cut through. Cut and pull. Terrible. Anyway. It's got to be nice and strong. So in the morning when this has gone hard, I can just take these off and fill up the holes, and it'll just stay in place.
They don't want to help.
That's true.
So you one more coat on this and then the bricks? Or the stones?
One more coat. Well, I'm going to just fill it up, the holes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put another coat on the whole thing.
Right.
And then...
and then the stone goes on that?
Yeah. Yeah, that might work. Probably don't even need anything.
Here, this might be good.
Thank you.
And I got a shovel too if you want.
Well, it's next morning, and I just did one more thing after it got too dark. I couldn't show you. I just scratched up the surface a little bit of this. And now we're going to pull all these bars out of here, and it's all just staying nicely intact. It's still quite soft. And pull that out of there. throw it over here. And this side is the same. All the bars, the shovel, take all that out of there, and everything's staying in place. It's not going to be very flat, which doesn't matter for the type of stone that I want to put on here. If you wanted a real flat surface, I would recommend, well, using new wire. And yeah, if you could put it on a plywood. I mean, if you have a termite system, or if you don't have to worry about termites, like in Canada, then you can just put your tar paper down, or foil, whatever you want to use, and then and just staple it nice and tight, and then you don't have to worry about all this propping and all the bars and everything. So, but it'll be fine for what we're doing. It'll be a fine chicken coop. This is all really soft. Like, it's not soft, but it's firm, but it's not. There's no strength to it yet. So you can, if you've got a bump, like there's a bump there, just knock that off. Otherwise, it'll be really hard to get up later. And if you want to clean the edges. I'm just looking at my turret over there, and I just don't like the way it goes into the bottom, so I'm going to change it. That's what we're going to try and do now. I'm going to make something that'll fit around the bottom of that. That may be good. Just going to measure that. That's about the right size. So we'll see what happens. Cut that there. Looks circular. I got to fix this side up here as well. This side's just hanging. I need some more shade cloth. I might just cut a little piece and stick it in there before I get. Don't need that much. I'm just going to shove it in here. I'm just going to get that below the surface here. That didn't work. Yes.
You can't get bunny. You can't get bunny.
Bit of a rush on this one. You can only go so far, and then you have to start putting on the last coat. I still got to mix that up.
Put it all in.
Hey?
Too much.
I'd rather have too much than that.
Right. Use it for this.
So putting in white cement, off-white. So if you just scratch out the lines, then I can mark them out later.
Just scratch them out.
Scratch them out, yeah.
How's that looking?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Just target it so I can kind of like have a straight. I want the big one here.
Yep.
Just
Just mark it, and on that I can do something.
okay. What do you want me to do?
Just mark them out and then move along. Okay.
Since you put the stuff on so thick, I want this to be separate from that.
It's fine.
So, I should probably start at this thing, otherwise we're not going to match up when we get there.
Well, yeah, work on the tower.
Okay.
They can go a bit crooked.
Yeah, I don't want them to, at the end you get down and they're all, lopsided or something.
metal tool is. That might be a little better for this, but too much.
These corners can't be sharp either. They've got to be rounded at the
Yeah.
corners. So.
Just put some wood there. They just keep going in there.
You left a few sharp corners here still,
Oh,
Rob?
probably lots everywhere.
Okay, you look at that. I don't want the sharp corners.
Yeah, we'll just, you know how to fix it. Well, this is it, the next day. And yeah, I think it'll pretty much stay that color. I have wet it twice with buckets of water. I'm just throwing water on it. And we're going to do a lot more here. I'm going to put some gardens in here, and I'm building some stairs around the bottom of this thing as well, around here. So, but not for a day or two. My wife kind of helped shape it, and she liked the bigger stones. I like smaller ones for proportionately. But anyway, that's it. We can get a little closer and have another look at it. But, yeah, not the Taj Mahal, but I don't mind the look of it. There's my little. And chickens, they don't care. That'll get moldy and more discolored. I might even discolor it a bit on purpose. But you can see the rougher the stones, I think, in many respects, the better it is. So you don't want them all too flat. So that's how it is. And again, and up to the top of the thing. The things we do. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me make this chicken coop. Gives you some ideas. You want to do something yourself?